Hello there, Ray here, and last video I showed you guys how you can make some cursed hanging signs. In this video I'll show you how you can make a completely floating hanging sign, as well as some other types of cursed ones. So we can actually get the floating cake with a sign underneath of it. If we do a setup like this with slime, and then we have the cake sitting on top of the piston head, when we retract the piston head, it's actually not going to do no updates to the block above. This piston mechanic was first explained by Myron Irio. And then all we have to do is come in underneath and place in the hanging sign. And now the hanging sign is supporting the cake, so it can't pop off. And the cake is supporting the hanging sign, so it won't pop off either. If we remove all this, look at that, guys. And you can actually eat half of the cake. If you eat more than half, that'll pop off. So to actually place the sign onto the cake, we had to shift click it in order not to accidentally eat it. Meaning that we're always going to have the chains attached like this. Now compare this to this one where the chains are wide. This can also be done, but we have to use a couple other tricks. First, going to have to make some headless pistons using this trick here, which I showed in this video over here. And we're just going to fire there. We're going to extend this lever here, which is going to blow up the ender crystal, causing it to explode and also destroying these heads at perfectly timed. Once it's like this, we can go ahead and place in our slime, just like so. Now we're going to need a surface to actually place the sign up against. We're going to start out by placing a sticky piston downwards, being powered by the redstone block. Now we have this nice easy surface here, we can apply the sign to it. And once we remove the power from this, it's going to remove the piston head, but it's not going to update the sign. So go ahead and retract it. Now you made yourself the floating sign, but we can go a step further. Now we can come in and place in our cake, just like that. And look at that, guys. We got a cake holding up a nice sign. Or is the sign holding up the cake? So if we place the sign in the opposite direction, it floats like this now. Now if we place a cake in here, and if we eat the cake, we can actually have half of the chain setting off of the edge. It's not actually connected to anything, and it won't fall off because technically it's still being supported by the center. This can also be done with a piston and a sign, and if we just place some power there, you can see now this little part of the chain is not actually being connected up to the piston. So after you have it set up like this, you can come in with a sign and then waterlog that sign. Now that's waterlogged, we can go ahead and retract the pistons, and it should stay there. Now we can put a lily pad on top of the water, and the lily pad is being supported by the water, and the sign is actually being supported by the center of the lily pad. And if you do enough updates around this, you could have the water floating as well. And just like that, you can actually do it in survival. More crazy 1.20 things can be found in this video here.